so this is round one. It is going to be a match between Addy Daddy here on the left, coming in at level 35.08. He is an adamant strength pure with 30 attack, 30 defense, 31 strength, and 31 hit points. And on our right here, we have Sniggle Fritz. He is our standard strength pure with 40 attack, 40 strength, and 1 defense, as well as 36 hit points, coming in at a 35.25 combat level. Now, once again, the rules here are simple. There will be 4 rounds. First round, player 1 attacks first. Second round, player 2 attacks first. And then round 3 and 4 are the same, but with two-handed swords. It is the best out of 4. If there is a tie, there is a sudden death two-handed round, and there will be a coin toss to decide which player attacks first. For the first round, Addy Daddy will be attacking first. Alright, so here we go. Addy Daddy attacks Sniggle Fritz. And for the record, there will be no healing or anything of the sort. It'll just be a battle to the death. It's actually a lot closer than I thought it would be, but the strength pure looks like he's pretty much got it here. Just like one more hit it looks like, and he's donezo. And that is it. Wow, even with Addy Daddy attacking first, he still managed to succumb to Sniggle Fritz. Alright, now it is time for Sniggle Fritz to attack the Addy Daddy. Oof, looking pretty much the same as the last time. Although, well, no, I was gonna say he's making somewhat of a comeback there, but nope, he's getting it pretty good with that 40 attack. I don't know. I hope this whole tournament doesn't just end up with like the normal strength pure being the best, because I'd really like to see something different and special coming out on top. Oh wow. I don't know if that was just luck, but the Addy Daddy actually overcame the Sniggle Fritz. Now that the first 2 rounds are done, it is time for the two-hander rounds. It is my hope that the whole not having a shield thing will probably make more of a difference for the iron armor peer than it will for the adamant armor peer, and so I think that might give our higher defense peers the upper hand on the two-hander rounds. There's only one way to find out. Alright, once again for the first round, the Addy Daddy will attack the Sniggle Fritz. So let's go. Oof, so far so good for the Addy Daddy. The Sniggle Fritz has yet to get in a single hit, and here he goes with a 7. That's not even that good. He was getting those in with the scimitar. You know, I think Addy Daddy's really got this one here. You know, I don't know, man. Sniggle Fritz keeps coming in with the hitters, but again, that armor looks like it's really holding him back. But I don't know, man. He's got more health too, so that health definitely helped him out. And boom, he just does him in with that 10 there. So far that's 2 for the Sniggle Fritz, 1 for the Addy Daddy, and now it is time for round 4. Alright, now it is time for the Sniggle Fritz to attack the Addy Daddy. Let's see what happens. Sniggle Fritz is coming in hot at the beginning here. He's missing a lot less than he was before. You would really think that extra armor would do something, but it really doesn't seem to. It seems to make a hell of a lot of difference when you're training on monsters, you know, their defense level and shit. But it doesn't seem to matter as much when you're fighting PvP. I don't know, Addy Daddy almost looks like he's about to bounce back. Be interesting. See our first death match here. Ooh, I don't know. Addy Daddy's closing in on him. Ooh, he comes in with the 10 though, Sniggle Fritz, and Addy Daddy just fucking nails him. So you know what that means. It is 2-2. We have a tie. So that actually means that we have to flip a coin. Heads will be the top screen, tails will be the bottom screen. Top is Addy Daddy, bottom is Sniggle Fritz. So if it's heads, Addy Daddy attacks first. If it's tails, Sniggle Fritz attacks first. So let's flip the coin. Alright, so tails it is. That means Addy Daddy attacks first. And once again, it is a two-hander death match. So let her rip. Alright, coming in good with the 7 right off the bat. This might put Addy Daddy ahead of the pack. I didn't expect our strength peer to get booted out of the league this early on, but it's looking like that might be the case. I don't know if this is just bad RNG on his behalf or what, but god damn, look at that. Oh man, that is just one hell of a match, dude. His defense is just really coming in right now. It'll take a lot for Sniggle Fritz to come through. He just busted an 11, but it'll take at least 2 more of those really major hits for him to pull through on this one. Ooh, you know, he could very well come back from this. It's getting close. You would really think it would be a lot easier to deal damage onto that iron armor, but Addy Daddy's struggling a lot more than I really thought he would. Oop, and that is it. And that makes our final winner here, Addy Daddy. Like I said, I was not expecting our traditional strength peer to get booted out of the league this quick, but maybe at the very end we'll pit the grand champion up against the normal strength peer to see if the normal strength peer will succumb once again. Either way, Sniggle Fritz is out of the race, and Addy Daddy moves on to the next bracket. For round 2, we have Methril Pure up against Foro Juan K. On the left side, Methril Pure, his name is just like he sounds. He is a Mithril Pure with 20 attack, 20 defense, with 45 strength and 36 hit points. His combat level is 35.13. On the right side, we have 401K. He is a black pure with 20 attack, 10 defense, 50 strength, and 39 hit points. He comes in at an even 35 combat level. Let round 1 begin with Methril Pure attacking the Foro Juan K. Alright, so right off the bat, it is pretty slow. They both have 20 attack, so they're not going to be hitting them too often, I don't think. However, we do have some decent max hits in there. I don't quite remember what they are off the top of my head, but I believe they're somewhere in the realm of 8s, at least. Methril Pure definitely coming in with the 8s. He's definitely doing pretty good. With the 20 attack defense, definitely makes a lot more of a difference. So 401K is definitely struggling to hit through that Mithril armor, that's for sure. Methril Pure is doing a little bit better, but that black armor is still a little tough. But it does look like 401K is not quite going to make the cut in this one unless he can make quite a bit of a comeback, but it doesn't look like that's going to be the case here. Alright, and there we have it. The first round goes to Methril Pure. Alright, now it's time for round 2 with 401K attacking the Methril Pure. Let's do it. And right off the bat, 401K coming in with the hitter, but Methril Pure comes right back with a hitter of his own. And we're back into the zeros game, and Methril Pure breaks the combo. Man, spectating these RuneScape fights is sure exhilarating, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. Methril Pure is just tearing through here. I don't think there's too much of a combat difference going on here. I guess 401K technically has the combat level disadvantage. He has 35 even, whereas Methril Pure is sitting there with 35.13 on the combat level. I don't think it makes that much of a difference. I think the highest we have is a 0.25. And I forget who has that. I think that might have been Sniggle Fritz, actually. And he's out of the race. And just like being out of the race, we do have 401K succumbing to the Methril Pure once again. Alright, so now it is time for the two-hander rounds. If Methril Pure wins this round, he technically wins the tournament, but I think we will still do all 4 rounds, even if he does end up winning this one. So without further ado, let's start this. And of course it is round 3, so Mithril Pure starts off by attacking 401k. And I did also want to confirm that yes, Sniggle Fritz did have the highest advantage in terms of combat levels. He has the highest combat level of 35.25, and as we know from the first round, he did succumb to the Addy Daddy, who actually only had a combat level of 35.08. So if that doesn't say something, I don't know what says anything, honestly. And looking here at the fight, Mithril Pure is definitely coming through with some hitters. Like I said, the higher defense Pures, I think, will have more of the upper hand in the two-hander rounds, because like I think the differential in terms of defense levels, it makes more of a difference to not have a shield if you have, you know, a lower tier armor than it does if you're a higher tier or something, I believe. That's just me kind of floating ideas. I haven't really like checked this yet, but I would imagine that would be the case. So yeah, Mithril Pure is just plowing through, no problem. But 401k is sure making a comeback here. Just one more big hitter, and 401k could definitely have this round if he doesn't succumb here. Oof. And 401k succumbs for a third time in a row. God, that is just sad. I was really hopeful about these black armor Pures, but the black armor Pures aren't actually looking that great. So technically, we do have a champion, Mithril Pure, but just for the funsies, we are actually gonna run another round here, just because, you know, why not? And of course, for round 4, 401k gets the attack advantage, so he is going to attack the Mithril Pure, and let's see what happens. Honestly, I don't have high hopes for this, even though he is coming through with the hitters here. I mean, judging by the last 3 rounds, man, he's, I don't know, not doing too good. But like I said, he did just come through with the hitters here, so I mean, he might just have that RNG advantage, like, right off the bat here. And speaking of RNG, it really is kind of hard to say how much of this really is RNG. I guess at the end of the day, it does kind of come down to like who has the better RNG, you know, which is sort of relevant, but it does kind of make you think like how much of these results is actually luck and how much is actually, you know, one build being better than the other. And I think at a low level, such as like 35 combat level, it is really kind of difficult to judge whether or not that is just complete fluke incident or if one is really much stronger than the other. And looks like we are at a little bit of a Mexican standoff here. Ooh, 401k breaking that combo of zeros there. Looks like 401k might actually pull through on this last round here if Mithril Pure can't get some hitters in. But again, that armor, man, 401k is just the struggle trying to get through there. Although he definitely has the strength advantage, and 401k succumbs for the 4th time in a row. That is just sadness. But anyways, that was quite the exciting round. And that, of course, moves Mithril Pure up to the next bracket. And that's actually quite interesting. We have all of our armored Pures up in the next tier of the tournament going on. We have our Adamant Armor Pure so far and our Mithril Armor Pure in the next tier of the tournament. I wonder if the Black Knight will come through as well. In this round, we have Black Knight on the left. He is our Black Pure with 10 attack and 10 defense. He has a whopping 56 strength and an equally whopping 45 hit points. Coming in at a combat level of 35.20, he has the 2nd highest combat level of all of our contestants. On the right side, we have Engineer. This Engineer is one of our standard strength Pures, but with 5 defense instead of 1 defense. He has 40 attack, 37 strength, and 35 hit points. With a combat level of 35.03, he has the 2nd lowest combat level of all of our contestants, so this will indeed be an interesting fight. Alright, and of course for the first round, Black Knight will be attacking Engineer, so let's do this. Alright, so far Engineer is actually doing pretty good. He's coming through with some hitters actually. Black Knight not doing too good, which is really sad because I had high hopes for him. He's already down to half health and he's still taking him like a champ. Engineer, his 5 defense is surprisingly coming through for him up against the mere 10 attack level of Black Knight here. Moments like these are when you begin to truly, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Value the attack levels, I guess. And here we see Black Knight succumb to Indian Ear. I don't think this is going to be looking good for Black Knight or any of the black armor peers. Alright, and of course for round 2, Indian Ear will be attacking Black Knight. So let's begin. Now once again, we are seeing the importance here of having 40 attack because it allows you to actually get through defenses. When you have lower attack levels, it is really hard to, you know, land a hit even on low attack or even on low defense opponents such as Indian Ear here. And we did actually see a max come in from Black Knight. He laid a 9 on him actually, which I believe he does have the highest max hits of any of our contestants. So he does have that going for him. However, a max hit is worthless if you can't actually land one of them. And this round was actually getting pretty close, but once again, Black Knight has succumbed to the Indian Ear. Alright, now it is time for the two-hander rounds, and for round 3, Black Knight will be attacking the Indian Ear. Perhaps his higher defense level will make more of a difference in this round, and no, Indian Ear comes through with a whopping 11 just out of the cuts. Can Black Knight do a little bit of damage though to Indian Ear here? Because I know he's got just as much oomph to his attacks. You know, I think Indian Ear might actually be matched with Black Knight in terms of max hits. I would have to double check that once again because he is actually hitting 11s, and I think that might actually be Black Knight's max hit as well. And even though it is a pretty big strength level differential, the added strength bonus of the rune weapon really makes a difference. And once again, Black Knight succumbs to the Indian Ear. And that makes 3 losses for Black Knight, which crowns Indian Ear the champion of this round. Of course, just like the last video, we are going to, you know, humor Black Knight with the 4th round. And just see what happens, because why not? And just to double check, it does show, I mean, OS Buddy is not completely accurate, but it does show a max hit of 10 for both of them with their two-handers, although you did see 11s coming through. That might be the case for both of them. And with scimitars, their max hits are 9 for Black Knight and 8 for Indian Ear. So honestly, it is very possible that Black Knight also has a max hit of 11, even though OS Buddy says otherwise. So yeah, they do actually seem like they're pretty well matched in terms of max hits, surprisingly. But without further ado, for round 4, we will have Indian Ear attacking Black Knight. So let's get things started. And he gets things started pretty weakly with a measly 2. And he makes up for it with a nice little 7 there. And Black Knight is just struggling away, trying to make some sort of connection here. And he matches his 7. One advantage he does have is the hit points advantage, but it is not quite enough. He does have a whopping, what was it? 45 hit points compared to Indian Ear's 35 hit points. So he has an entire 10 extra hit points. So that's like an entire one of those fucking massive blows that he can take extra that Indian Ear cannot. And it does actually look like he may end up on top this one. And he does actually manage to destroy Indian Ear for once. However, our engineer here did win 3 out of the 4 rounds, so he is still the champion, regardless of whether or not Black Knight managed to pull through there at the end. That was a nice little moment there, but he's still the loser, you know, which really sucks, because I had my money like totally bet on Black Knight, so it's really fucking sad to see him just not even make it at all, like, especially because I spent the most fucking time and effort on Black Knight. Do you know how long it took to get 56 fucking strength with just 10 attack and 10 defense? It was a nightmare, dude. That shit took me fucking forever, dude. That was like a lot of the reason why this whole fucking tournament series took so long, is because I spent fucking literally weeks on this motherfucker. I mean, I wasn't playing a bunch, but I spent weeks on this motherfucker. But anyways, that's round 3, with Indian Ear moving on to the next tier of the tournament. Here we have round 4 between Suck Today's Dick on the left side, who is the last of our quote-unquote normal strength pure builds. He is a strength pure with 10 defense, 40 attack, and has somewhat measly 34 strength and 34 hit points, coming in at a total combat level of 35.05. And on the right side, we have 30 attack, 20 defense, who, as the name suggests, has 30 attack, 20 defense, as well as 38 strength and 32 hit points, coming in at a total combat level of 35.10. Alright, so it's the first round, so Suck Today's Dick will be attacking 30 attack, 20 defense. Let's see how it goes. And of course, Suck Today's Dick is coming through with the first hit. It didn't take long for the retaliation there. We have decently high attack levels on both fronts here. Suck Today's Dick obviously has, I'm not going to be able to say that too many times without laughing, but he does have the attack advantage here. He has the rune scimitar as well as 40 attack, although he is taking the sacrifice in terms of the strength. Although there's still not too much of a difference between strength levels here. We're looking at 34 and 38, so really it's not too crazy. The max hits aren't that far off either, but the mithril armor might make a difference, and it doesn't make quite enough of a difference, at least not in the first round here, as 30 attack, 20 defense has succumbed to Suck Today's Dick. And again, I don't know how many times I can say that. Alright, so here we are with round 2. We will have 30 attack, 20 defense, attack Suck Today's Dick, and he comes through with, I think, a max hitter there, that's 7, and then immediately following up with the 2 and then a 3, and Suck Today's Dick finally came through. Did I call him? No, I called him 30 attack, 20 defense. Alright. It's like, they both got like super inconvenient to say names, and wow, he is just coming through this round. I don't know, that mithril armor is really doing him some justice this round, because he just fucking tore through him. That was crazy. Suck Today's Dick is down. Alright, now with round 3, of course, we have the first of the two-hander rounds, and for this one, Suck Today's Dick attacks first, so let's do this. So far, nothing. Oh, Suck Today's Dick comes through with a little 3 there. Nothing too crazy. Still doing some little hitters. Busting through with the 5 here. So far, so slow. Although 30 attack definitely seems to have the upper hand, and he hits him with the 9. I think that might have been a maximum, but they're both bouncing back with maxes here. I saw an 8 and then another 8. It's not looking too good for Suck Today's Dick. He might not be able to pull through this one unless he can come through with a couple heavy hitters, and he comes through with a 9 and then another 9 from 30 attack, 20 defense, and Suck Today's Dick is down once again. Alright, now it's round 4, and with 30 attack, 20 defense in the lead, Suck Today's Dick is really gonna have to, well, Suck Today's Dick and carpe diem this shit if he wants to pull through for a tie to get that sudden death round. But yeah, that's going to take a lot on his behalf to pull through at this point. So without further ado, we will have 30 attack, 20 defense. Start off with the first hit, and he does pretty good. Although Suck Today's Dick does bounce back with somewhat of a hitter, at least it's not a 0. And he comes through with another medium-sized hitter, and is retaliated with some small hitters here and there. Here we go. This one might actually be interesting. I think we might end up with another sudden death round here if Suck Today's Dick can pull through on this one. Looks like he's finally starting to Suck Today's Dick and carpe this diem. And I think I might have started speaking too soon, because 30 attack, 20 defense is starting to come through with the heavy hitters. Ooh, now it's a battle of the zeros. And we have a combo breaker from 30 attack, 20 defense with a fucking 9. He just ends him. So sad for our friend Suck Today's Dick. But you know what that means though? We have a winner. Honestly, I kind of have to say I am somewhat surprised by the outcome of this one. I think it'll be really interesting to see 30 attack, 20 defense up against Addy Daddy, because they are actually kind of similar concepts, just a little bit lower on the defense, which gives him a little bit, actually kind of a lot of bit of strength headroom and also hit point headroom when it comes to Addy Daddy. So I think this one might be one of the golden boys here. I think he's gonna make it pretty far. I think by the end here we might end up seeing Methril Pure. We might end up seeing 30 attack, 20 defense up against the Addy Daddy in the last tier of this tournament. But yeah, no, that was a very interesting fight. I did not expect really any of our like more traditional style strength peers to you know, get booted out so easily. But so far, Indianeer seems to be the only good one of any of the more traditional strength peers. So, so far, based on the results, any strength peers out there, you might want to start fooling around with 5 defense. See how that starts treating you. But anyways, that is it for the first tier of the tournament here, and that means that we have a full second tier bracket for us to start dealing with. In the next video, we will be seeing Addy Daddy up against the Mithril Pure. So who will prevail, the Adamant Pure or the Mithril Pure? Stay tuned to find out. But anyways, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel to stay tuned on this tournament series, as well as any of my other gaming content for that matter. But yeah, with that being said, this has been Plock the Master Gamer, and I will see you guys in the next tier of the tournament. Peace out.